shift among the Gulf states. So when the war first started, the attitude tended to be, you Americans, you caused this problem. We know how to deal with the Iranians. You stirred up a bunch of trouble. And now we're going to have to suffer with it. And it's worth noting that the Gulf states denied the U.S. access, basing, and overflights for military operations against Iran. So, our planes were operating from Jordan, Israel, and even the United States, Europe. It would have been much easier, much cheaper, much safer, much more firepower generated much more quickly if we had been operating from bases in the Gulf. After about 2 or 3 weeks, when it became apparent that the Iranians were attacking the Gulf states on a sustained basis, and the United Arab Emirates has taken twice as many missiles as Israel, and when it became apparent that the Iranians, as you noted, were attacking civilian infrastructure, there was a mood shift. And what they realized was, holy cow, these guys that we thought were our neighbors, they want to rule us. They want to destroy our ability to govern ourselves and put us in a position where we are permanently subordinated to them. If not, we won't be formally governed by them, but they want us to basically come to them before we make any decision on our national security. And quite frankly, that mood shift was profound. I had a number of senior Gulf defense officials come to me and say, Donald Trump was right about Iran. We weren't. That's remarkable. So I think, honestly, what Iran has done in sustaining attacks against neutral GCC civilian infrastructure has been an incredible strategic blunder. And for them to be viewed as neighbors rather than potential conquerors by the Gulf states, it's going to take regime change in Iran, and it's going to take a generation. I mean, it's a profound mistake on Iran's part.
And that's very interesting, because we see U.S., at least for Israel, that was one of the goals, and somehow it almost looks impossible, of course, at this point. But of course, we'll be focusing on the talks that happen in Pakistan and see if they come out with any kind of negotiations. Of course, looking forward and positively forward for that. Thank you so much, Colonel, for joining us on the broadcast and giving me